Hey everybody, welcome back to Lost Mine near Icespire Peak.
Please look into my eyes more.
Yes! But yeah, so we're going to be done with the just live streams for this, because it's just easier to do the premieres. So we'll probably just do that going forward, but I will always be there, and maybe any of our other folks here if they would like to join. And then we can chat with you while we all watch it together and actually are able to do that versus a live stream where you kind of can't. And my brain feels like it'll explode trying to talk to you and also listen to these guys. But anyways, last week on Lost Mine near Icespire Peak, our fellows finally dealt with the half-orc who had previously drug Nyrad away. He did end up reviving Nyrad with, just enough spare time, and he spoke with our crew. Briefly, he had mentioned that they should check out the shrine to the south of the building if they wanted to mess with those pesky necromancers who they definitely wouldn't mind messing with them, as they're kind of a pain in their own side. And the half-orc did eventually leave after, giving Roz some ominous mentions of Talos and how essentially Talos has his eye on Roz, and there may be a time that he needs to serve. When that is, no one's sure, and will Roz have a choice? No one's sure about that either.
And what does that mean? What the fuck?
And so after that, our crew... beaten and battered, slept. They all woke up as level 5 adventurers, and they then kind of took a look around the shrine. Roz eventually went and investigated the inner shrine to the south, and he found some gold and other items under, one of those being a mysterious key that he wasn't quite sure what it was. But as he began to walk away from that shrine, his body was propelled outside of his own body, and he traveled south down into the mountains, speeding through the air until he came down and saw the dragon on top of a snowy castle encased in a bit of a blizzard. And he saw it cradling an egg, and it seemed like the dragon at the last moment noticed him, and as it kind of lunged its head for him, like that, he was back in his body, a little shaken, but he went and let his friends know what was going on, and informed them of the situation. They thought that was a little odd. Lausian had a little input that, there may be more dragons here soon. And they all decided to try and pull some shenanigans to get this golden bell that they had found off of the temple, which they did manage to do. They loaded it up, let Donjon know that it was time to head back to the gold mine of Mountain Toe's gold mine. And when they finally bedded down for the night, the group did their watches, but unfortunately they all were hearing mysterious whispers taunting them about their past. And Tordek, as he had just come out of his trance listening to these whispers coming from the woods, he noticed that Kheree was gone, nowhere to be found, and looked around. Anywhere he could find, no Kheree in sight though, so he decided to wake up his companions. And at this point, I would say that this has been the last watch, so it's like just before dawn right now as he wakes you all up, and we'll go from there. Oh, and also my wonderful people, KeenBean playing Tordek, Roz being played by Baby Cornboy, and Shark playing Lausian, and Cardle playing Nyrad. All right, now we'll go
Cardle,
from there.
maybe sleeping, who knows?
Oh yes, let me call him while you start that.
Cardle, maybe he's Nyrad. We don't know.
He's a little sickly right now. He's a trooper for being here with us.
Sippy boy.
Yeah. He's sick though. It's okay.
Yeah.
Made me get a beer by holding yours up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Had to. I was like, oh, that sounds
tonight.
That sounds.
Okay, there he is. He's awake now. All right. I think he thinks that I'm on the phone still.
He's happy to be here.
All right. But yes, we are all good to go. Nyrad, the game has started. And
I'll wake everyone up, and I'll just. Has anyone seen Kheree?
Sure, no. Wasn't he with you?
disappeared. Well, he disappeared in the night. I don't remember when. It's all fuzzy, like I wasn't there.
Well, I assume he might have heard something from the woods, if my experience was any indication.
Should we look for him?
I vote no. I'm sure he'll come back.
I don't know.
I mean, he seems capable, but the woods can be scary.
I also kind of want to see what was talking to me from the forest.
Something got in my head too. I didn't like it.
Well, we can find it and see what it is, hopefully find Kheree. And if we don't like it enough, we can kill it.
Sounds like a plan to me. Besides, now we have an undead soldier on us.
What do you think, Lausian?
I believe chasing voices is generally not a good idea, but I will go if we all go.
That's fair.
Is Don John still with us?
sorry, I was a bit I roused a little. Oh, all my accents are blending together right now. Don John Raskin from Down Under. Yeah, how's the little Todd there? Oh, by the gods. What the hell's going on anyways?
When I'm tired, my voice changes as well.
Well, what's all the ruckus about? Why are we up? I thought I'd have at least another hour.
Kheree is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a deserter?
I don't think so. We're hearing some strange things from the woods. We think he might have gone after them.
What kind of things?
Some, nothing crazy.
All
Any
right.
voices in the woods are a little crazy.
Well, that's unfortunate about that. Well, we're not gonna go chasing any crazy stuff, are we?
Well, you don't have to, but, we were thinking about it. Just to find our friend. You see, he's very useful when he stabs things and they can't see him.
Huh. Well, you fellas did kind of hire you as my protection, and if my protection is leaving, it doesn't do me much good. So I would vote we head to the mine and y'all can check out any crazy shit in the forest after, but if I'm being somewhat outvoted here, then I would rather not be on this road by myself.
How far is the mine?
Well, I would say we're about 2 days' ride north of the mine. Last time I read, an ox could travel about 15 miles in a day. Oh, hold on, that's not what that was.
Good old fantasy football update.
Yeah, so yeah, about 15 miles a day. And each of these hexes is 5 miles, so you go down 1, 2, Oh yeah, actually I have a little ruler too. Ha. Oh wait, that's a radius thing. Tool measure distance. Yes, y'all are. Yeah, it'd take y'all about. Like I would say, if y'all kind of hustled, y'all could get there tonight, and then be back the next night. But yeah.
I'll say, well, exploring a little deep into the woods should only take a couple hours.
All right. Well, I guess.
It's a lasagna emergency.
Uh-oh. I guess if y'all hell bent on finding your friend, me and the orc here will keep an eye on the cart. Maybe push it into the woods a bit, and we'll wait here for you.
That sounds like a good plan. Like I said, it shouldn't take long.
Just don't get eaten or anything.
Yeah, fella, you good with an axe? I know you're a bit quieter than your cousins. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I could probably, if we got attacked by a fox, I could take care of the fox. Well, I was hoping for something a little bit bigger than that, but what can I say? I'm done John Raskin. I can take care of myself. But yeah, we'll camp out here in the woods. You go find your friend.
Do we want to leave one of the descending stones with him in case he needs to call for help?
Now there's an idea.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I like that. That sounds great. What's a sending stone?
Well, if you put it in your ear, we can talk to you from no matter how far away.
Oh, all right. I've never been sticking much in my ears other than my fingers, so I'll give it a try.
I don't understand it either, but it works.
And it's only worth something if there's two of them, so don't think about selling it.
Oh, I would never cross my fine friends like that. Yeah, let me see one of them stones.
Gordek will hand him his.
All right, and so he'll like put it in his ear, and he'll just be like, "Is it working?"
I'll go like this. Yes, it's working.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Do I have to tell it to work, or does it just hear everything? How do I touch it?
I don't know.
You know, I'm going to say that you tap the ear, like you put your finger in the stone. We're already rolling with that. You put it in your ear, so you just put your fingers to your ear.
You do a little CIA Secret Service move.
Yeah, like in the movie.
Right there.
Oh yeah, I think I saw this in a play once. All right. Well, that way you won't hear me and Gorag's conversation 24/7. That's good. All right. Well,
Why? What are you guys gonna talk about?
how to kill you? No, I jest. All right. Well, let's get Bessie back here in the bush, and maybe, I don't know, we can cut some branches, make it look like some sort of forestation. So let's all do that real quick, and then y'all can get the hell out of here. And then make sure you come back, or else I spent money on nothing. So if everyone wants to follow his lead, we're just gonna grab some shrubbery, maybe chop a couple branches here and there, kind of try to make the cart a little inconspicuous as Gorag and him hang out. So we'll say that takes you like a half hour just to get that all taken care of. So now, being that it's been about a half hour, Is my thing just laggy, or is this actually changing the time? Has my entire foundry just crashed? Oh, well, that's not good.
Oh.
All right. Oh, there we go. It just had a bit of a stroke there. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah. All right, I'm just gonna change it to that. That's fine enough. Okay, so yes, as you guys get this thing looking nice and tidy, well, not tidy, it looks like it's a part of nature. Y'all did a, actually, I'm gonna have everyone do a group survival check just for shenanigans. So let's see here. Actually, just kidding. I'm going to do it. We'll just do a D20. How about that? What a C. D20. Yeah, you guys do good. Yeah, you guys make it look nice and inconspicuous as the daylight begins to appear. All right, but with that, we're just gonna say y'all moved her in a little bit, so she'll be like right here, we'll say. Okay. And where would y'all like to start going, I guess?
I mean, towards where I heard voices. Did the voices come from anywhere, or were they in my head?
So they were in your head. You just got the general idea that they were coming from the woods.
I guess if we can see any tracks that Kheree left, we could try to follow those.
Oh yeah, hey, that's a good idea.
There's some thinking.
Here, I'm just gonna like drag y'all's tokens off to the side here, so I can like still request rolls from y'all. Because I can only request things from Bessie on this map. All right.
Oh, man.
So back to the world.
Bessie, do a survival check.
Yeah. All right. So, oh wait, actually, I don't need Kheree here at the moment. So, okay. So we'll just request. I don't know if y'all want to do either perception or survival. Yeah, we'll say this is survival. I mean, that seems pretty related. Yeah, so I'll just request that from all y'all. All right.
Ooh,
yeah.
Tordek's bad at surviving.
Yeah, I mean, overall, you guys do actually kind of pick up on some tracks. You notice that they are moving to the northeast, I would say. They're, especially with how well Nyrad rolled, Nyrad's kind of taking the lead on this track following. It almost looks like it almost looks like someone tried to cover these up. As in they knew well enough to at least try, but they just didn't do quite a good enough job to, you know, take off Nyrad's super sleuthin'. So he is able to make a faint set of tracks heading to the northeast. But it also looks like
stumbling after them.
There are more than one. It kind of looks like this was possibly a group. Like he sees them kind of like sporadic, because, you know, they did try to cover it up some, but it's like the density and just like how far away some of these tracks are. He's like, unless we're dealing with like a drunk that is like stumbling all over the place, there might have been a group of people headed this way.
So these are not.
Kree's been drinking.
These are not Kheree's tracks, then.
They are not Kheree's tracks, but they are the only tracks you can find.
Well, better than nothing.
All right. So yeah, if y'all are all going for it,
man.
y'all will follow. Here, I'm gonna drag. I'll drag Nyrad over here for now.
I mean, I'm assuming they lead into the forest, so.
Yeah. So
Then, yeah.
if you guys follow the tracks, so yeah. All right. So y'all keep following them through the northeast. Let me just double check. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Let me just double check something. So you guys travel. I would say you guys you're walking about a half hour. You still see the tracks. You haven't quite seen any signs of Kheree yet. But yeah, if you guys continue to keep going forward, they are still there. So basically, I'm just gonna say I'll keep walking until someone tells me to stop. I'll keep giving you times though.
I say, yeah, keep walking unless I see some shit.
Yeah. So, you guys keep walking. About another half hour passes. You start to notice that the air is getting colder. And like it's almost like the noise in the forest. Like when you guys are usually out on the trail, you can hear plenty of birds, crickets, and whatnot. It's quieter than usual. You can still kind of very faintly hear it in the distance, but the further you go in this direction, it does start to get kind of eerily quiet.
Did you say we're going northeast?
Yes.
Isn't that where that storm was?
So you would, as you look up, also notice that you are somewhat heading in the direction of the storm, but it looks like the darkest clouds are a little bit off to the north from where you guys are.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you guys keep walking, let's see. You notice that it does seemingly get colder, quieter, but you do still see these tracks. Eventually, you do come to... It seems almost like there might be a clearing in the distance. Because you've been walking through the woods for about an hour and a half now. I mean, people's walking pace, you can walk a mile in like 25 minutes or so. Yeah, so I'd say after about hour and a half, kind of getting close on 2 hours, you do see this clearing. But I would say as you guys get a little bit closer, right? So you kind of see in the distance, you can see a little bit more sunlight, but also it is like dead silent in these woods. And it's cold. You just have this like eerie feeling like something is just kind of wrong. And Roz, let's see. I will have you give me a wisdom saving throw. All right. So you feel a presence trying to enter your mind. Now, you rolled well enough that you feel it and you identify it as this presence that spoke with you before. Now, since you rolled so well, you can choose to either deny it or let it into your head.
Can I figure out any intention, or just that I know something's there?
Here, I can have you do an insight. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, not great. You get the idea that it's kind of hard to read. You know it feels familiar to kind of that feeling you had before when you kind of zoned out looking at the woods. It could be ill intent. I mean, also just based on what you had said to you before. But also, I mean, this thing hasn't tried to hurt you yet. so you're not sure why it would necessarily start now. You just get the faint sense that it's trying to connect with you.
Okay,
For whatever reason.
I'm gonna grab Tordek on the shoulder. And I'm going to say, my friend, the voice, it is back. It is trying to enter my mind. If I begin acting strangely, restrain me.
I say, and I, for whatever reason, ready my axe. Just out of nerves.
I say, oh, but please don't cut me in half. Unless you have to.
I won't.
Okay. I'm gonna let it in then.
All right, yeah, you kind of mentally focus on this feeling, allowing it through in a way that you previously were able to hold it back. And you just hear kind of a faint whisper, just kind of along the lines of, "Oh, I thought you would have run as far as you could after our last little chat."
I am not a coward. Where is our friend?
Your friend? I'm not sure. I could maybe tell you, but you would need to do something for me.
It would depend on what that is.
Well, I can sense that you're getting closer to my home. There is a problem. I do not like these creatures in my home. Maybe if you were to deal with them, I could possibly help you. Unless, that is, you are a coward. I mean, you have made so many mistakes in life.
You know much about me.
Oh, I divine many things, my child. You spent enough time on this planet as I. You know how to find anything.
Enough about that. What are these creatures in your home?
Oh, a foe you fought recently, and some new ones as well. I'm sure it's nothing that you couldn't handle. You are all quite such capable murderers.
I'm gonna turn to Tordek and say, Tordek, might be another opportunity to become chieftain.
Tordek raises back even more and goes, I like the sound of leading.
Fine. We will accept your request, given that you tell us the location of our friend.
I can tell you where your friend is, or I could also inform you of any other thing you might be curious about. I know you've been looking for a friend even longer than this one. But, well, we can decide that if you live and clear my home for me. And who knows, maybe we can make another deal.
Alright. Looks like we've got some work to do.
You just kind of hear just kind of a older, more cackly laugh as you feel the presence leave your mind.
Well, that was unpleasant.
What did it say?
Well, it said it would tell us where Kheree went, and maybe other things if we Killed what sounds like orcs in its home.
And where is it?
Oh, good question. Somewhere around here.
I don't like it, but I do like killing orcs.
Good thing Gorog's not here.
I know. Hey, you know, why are there the people who spared Gorog, okay? I'm not a monster.
Wait, did I teach Gorog how to read yet?
He's been making progress.
I'm
We
gonna...
can also talk to the orcs, and
Yeah.
maybe they know.
I'm gonna phone Don John.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell him to grab my book and see if there's anything in there about strange voices from the woods. It said it had lived a long time.
All right. Guess I can take a look at this.
Or does John know anything about strange voices from the woods?
Flip. Well, here's something about Neverwinter Wood. Yeah, there's a lot of shit out in them woods. It could be anything, really.
Great.
Awesome.
Must not have been important enough to put in this here book. Seems more about general large conflicts. Apparently there was a battle in Neverwinter Wood once, but I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
Well, if it's not in there, then it must not be that powerful, so maybe we can kill it if it fucks us over.
Oh yeah, you boys, I'm sure you'll take care of it just fine.
Alright. Then I'm gonna vote we keep heading in the direction we were going.
Alright.
Yes, we'll head closer to its home. Maybe it's also there and we can have a more intimate chat with my ex.
Ooh. Yeah, as you guys continue onwards, you do actually notice that you're starting to see a fog. Not too dissimilar from the fog you saw in Conneberry.
This sounds familiar, damn it.
Yeah, because at this point you guys have moved a little bit closer to the north up there. And you get closer and closer to this clearing, and it gets denser and denser. You're not really seeing any of these strange forms in the fog like you were, but whatever this is, you're getting closer to it. Until you finally kind of get near the end of the trees. You guys kind of like, are you trying to be kind of stealthy, or are you just walking straight out there?
I'll be stealthy.
All right.
Then I will follow the lead.
How about everyone give me a stealth check then? Nyrad, stealth check.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Stealthy. Roz was great, dude. Roz was real stealthy.
No shit.
Why did that one roll at advantage? But
Sorry you're hanging out with us fucking loud pieces of shit.
It's keeping me up.
You're still a trooper. All right. So I would say on average, yeah, that's, you guys are able to sneak up to the edge of the woods. You don't think anything's noticed you, but as you kind of peer around the edges of the trees, you look out and you see the following. You looking out into the clearing, you do see, amidst the fog, you see what appears to be a crumbling 2-story manse. And for some reason, it's almost completely covered in thorny ivy. Kind of appears that whoever owned this, they have not kept up with it in many, 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 many years. This house is set atop a 6-foot-high stone foundation. There is what you can see a little bit further to the north of you guys, there's a main entrance with a balcony above it. Surrounding this house, there are several patches of pumpkins surrounding it, with several wild boars apparently going from bush to bush eating pumpkins. They seem to be enjoying their meal. And with that, let me drag you guys here. And we'll say that you guys are kind of like down about here in the woods. Let's see, Tordek and Roz. Okay. Yeah, so you guys can see the boars eating their pumpkin patches and an entrance a little bit further to the north. So yeah, what y'all do is up to you.
It's boars?
Yeah, wild boars.
I say, Nyrad, you recognize any of those?
No. Wait, no, I know. No, I know those boars. We've had our history.
What does that mean?
I kept trying to chase them, they just kept running away, man.
I'm gonna take a closer look and see if any of them look sus.
Okay. So
do any of them look sus?
Are they watching me as fucking boars?
That boar, give me a perception check. So why? I wonder why that rolled at advantage.
I might have accidentally hit like a little plus button. Is that what advantage is?
Oh, I believe so, actually. So when you do those, just try to click them from like the top of the die, like not that little plus or minus under it. Okay, so yeah, you look around and you see, I mean, they appear to just be kind of just snorting away and enjoying their pumpkins. They haven't seemed to notice you yet. And I mean, you guys do have methods to determine if any magical shenanigans are taking place as well. I believe Lausian has detect magic, but I could be wrong.
Doesn't Tordek have something?
I also have magical awareness.
Oh, you
What's the
do.
range
And
on
also,
that?
Lausian does not have detect magic. So you have magical awareness, which, as an action, you can open your awareness presence of concentrated magic. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet.
How far away are the boars / the hut?
So we could say, we can just do this. Cause yay, Foundry! So you are right here currently. And this would be 60-foot radius right here. So if you want to move a little closer, you can, and I'll just move that to determine what you would see.
Hold on, I need to zoom out. Oh god, why do I forget how to zoom out? Oh wait, it's just a normal. There we go. So I don't see where this hut is.
Oh, the corners of it are up here. It's just since you can't see inside.
Like a mansion?
Yeah, it's like a 2-story kind of mini mansion.
Oh, is it this thing up here?
Yeah, that's the entrance up there.
Gotcha. I'd like to get I'd like to get closer to the hut before I try to sense anything, because that makes me nervous. So I'll tell him, I was, perhaps a little bit closer, and we can try to see if anything is going on.
We will follow you.
So I'll start moving.
Okay.
What? I came in contact with a wall. Horse shit. There's no walls.
Oh, there is technically the tree trunk. Oh, because I put y'all in that, and that's funny. All right, here. I'll just drag you further forward.
Dog, I ain't in no wall.
That's funny. I use a program to import these maps. So it looks like whoever did the wall job there, they decided to do an entire cover there instead of just the trunk. Also, really quick, let me move you back there. So you guys are at like the very edge of the woods, and the boars have not noticed you yet. Are you just walking out there?
I'm gonna do it all sneaky like, you know.
I mean, all right. I'll sneak as well. I'll keep sneaking.
All right. Also, why is this on you guys' screen? That's alarming. Oh, because that's just baked into the background of the map. Okay. Yeah, well, you guys all know it's a 2-story house, so. All right. So you guys are moving up a little bit. So, yeah, feel free.
Oh, is this the house in black here?
Yes, because you can't see inside.
Oh, I just couldn't realize it was a building from there.
Oh, yeah. That's a limitation of what we had said.
Just
all right. So, oh yeah, I can just
saying maybe
right-click
I should sneak this way is what you're saying, almost to be closer.
Whatever you want to do. I mean, you guys do see there are several boar around you. All right. So, as you start to come out of the bush Tordek, you see that closest boar to you right here, it starts looking at you, and it just kind of lets out a kind of looks at you, kind of digs its feet in. It sees you, and it looks like it's ready if you try anything, but it hasn't really moved forward.
And I'll simply stared in the eyes in a way that suggests it definitely shouldn't fuck with me.
Okay, give me an intimidation check. I'll request that from you. Intimidation. All right. Yeah, 11. You kind of give it that death glare, and you see it just kind of let out like a... Oh, my mic doesn't pick up my pig noises. But yeah, it just kind of shakes its head a little bit.
Wait, did you make a pig noise?
I did make some oink oink oinks with, but I guess they were too realistic for the microphone. And it sort of looks at you. It doesn't look scared, but it just feels like you're not worth the time to mess with. It just goes back to eating its pumpkin. It doesn't seem like you're a threat at the moment.
All right, I just want to get sort of in, just closer to the house before I. Let's see, that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'd cover most of the house with 60 feet. It'd cover like this front half, certainly.
Oh, here, let me drag your thing. Yeah, so this is what you would see. So I would just say from your basic vision right now, you would have an idea that this is probably about a quarter of the house.
I mean, how much closer could I even get without the boars getting pissed off, you know?
You are roughly 15 feet away from one of them, and the other's close-ish. I mean, you can push your luck if you want. That's up to you.
Oh yeah, I would like to be up there behind Tordek.
All right. I guess anyone who's coming out of the brush, feel free to move out.
I don't think we can because of the wall.
Oh, yes. Here, let me just put you...
Does this say I have 3 magic awareness? I thought I only had 1 for some reason.
So you have, let's see here. Yeah, you have 3, it looks like. You, yeah.
Alright.
My token's being all wonky.
Oh, really? What's it doing?
Like when I try to move it, it just like goes back.
Really?
Is it saying you're coming in contact with the wall?
No,
Oh,
see him.
maybe. Wait, what?
it's not saying anything. It's just being weird.
Hold
there
on,
he
hold
is.
on. Okay, don't
Oh, whoa, that is
Don't
being weird.
touch anything. Let me see what happens when I drag it.
Dude, this place is fucking haunted.
I mean, it seems to be... Oh, I did notice... I don't know if you're pressing something, but... You're also, like, rotating your token as well. But does it seem to be working okay now?
I guess it's fine now.
Okay, yeah, I think it maybe just somehow got in contact with a wall there, and then it was, like, rejecting your decision to move out of the wall, I guess. Okay, so, yeah. As you guys, more of you come out. Now, both boars kind of peek their heads up again because they smell you. And they're just kind of like looking at you, and they planted their feet down. They don't necessarily look like they're gonna attack, but they're wondering why these creatures just wandered out of the woods, and they're trying to assess if you're a threat or not.
Time Tordek tries a more peaceful approach, and he puts his hands out in like a hey, it's okay.
Like a Chris Pratt Jurassic Park move.
Like, yeah, this is a Chris Pratt Jurassic Park move, okay? He's like, hey, no, Velociraptor.
I'm gonna have you do an animal handling, Chris Pratt.
I'm also better at animal handling than I am at anything with charisma, which for some whatever reason, intimidation is charisma.
That is too funny. Okay, so yeah, wow, 20. Yeah, you put those hands up, and
Really Chris Pratt 'em.
yeah, they just sort of, you notice they like acknowledge your authority as an animal, and they just sort of look a little more relaxed as they look at you.
I'm gonna use that goodwill to really move up close to the house.
All right. They appear to be letting you do such. All right. Yeah. So here, I'll show you what it would look like if you wanted to do that right now.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use magical awareness to see what I can find out.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, you are free to do that. I think it'll. I think you can click on it and like place the template and stuff.
My character sheet. All right.
Yeah. Although, I hope
had it open, but
I wonder if importing you guys' stuff, if it erased some of my custom stuff. If it did, I'll re-add all your fun animations and stuff like that. But yeah, just do the little dice next to it.
oh, hold on, I'm not seeing a dice next to it. Might
So
be the
it'll,
issue.
when you hover over the picture for it, a dice will show up.
Oh, gotcha. I'm in my attributes, which is just showing the use. Let me figure out where it is.
Oh,
in
it's
this character
under your
sheet.
features.
It's under my features. Thank you.
Yeah. I know, like,
There it
way
is.
back when
Thank you,
I added all
sir.
the stuff you might use to, like, your quick use thing, but this time I figured y'all could add your quick use stuff what you wanted.
Teacher has 3 of 3. Yeah, usability, baby.
Does it ask you to place a measure template or anything?
No,
Oh, no, it
because isn't it just from my location?
Yeah, it's just it must have been something that I coded in to do before. Okay, but yeah, so you would now get a magical sense of anything that is showing up in this 60-foot radius. Hold on, that's let me just edit that. Radius is 60. Okay. So I would say that you, Tordek, actually get quite a few pings of magic.
Oh shit.
You seemingly get a ping coming from every pumpkin.
What?
Yep, all the pumpkins, you're getting them pinged in this radius you have. You also have a ping coming from in the house, not too far from you. In this closest room, you would say.
Okay.
And also, so it's kind of hard to show since we're on a 2D map. You also get a ping coming from a pretty similar location to that last one, but on the second floor as well, not just the first floor.
Okay. Do I know?
Oh, yes.
Do I know what school of magic anything belongs to?
That is what I was double checking a second ago. So, for the pumpkins, you get a feeling of a school of, I would say, the school, I mean, good God, I guess, like,
Growing pumpkins real good.
here, hold on, let me double check, this is kind of weird, oh, transmutation. Thank you. The book literally says it right here. I'm like trying to figure out what type of magic this would be. Yeah, you get transmutation coming off the pumpkins. And then from inside, you get a feel on the first floor, you get a feeling of conjuration. And on the second floor, you get the feeling of divination.
Oh shit. She's on our fucking assholes on the second floor, dude. All right, I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna tell Raz because he's close. I'm gonna say, something's not right about these pumpkins. I sense some transmutation. And I say, and in the house, there's... You said summoning?
Conjuration on the first floor and divination on the second.
Conjuration. There's some conjuration, and there's some spells of divination up above.
Oh. Well, fuck. I want to approach a pumpkin as long as the boar does not look disturbed by that.
Okay. Yeah, this one over here is like eating, wait, why am I not pinging? Oh, he's like eating out of this one. So you could maybe, and this one's eating this one that he's right on top of. So you could maybe get like one of these, without necessarily disturbing him. Yeah, okay. So what are you gonna do with the pumpkin?
I'm gonna just nudge it with my foot.
Okay.
See if it seems weird.
You nudge it with your foot, and it does appear to be a pumpkin that moves as you move it with your foot and doesn't move when you're not moving it with your foot.
I'm gonna shrug it.
It's not supposed to move when you're not moving it.
Shrug at Tordek and say, looks like a pumpkin. Is it supposed to be something else? That's what transmutation... I don't know if Raz would know what transmutation means.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Do you have any transmutation spells, technically? I don't think you do. Because your knowledge
he's
of
a
magic.
magician, though, right? He
Well,
probably knows
so
about.
he is a sorcerer.
Lausian is a
You
wizard.
actually you do actually know one transmutation spell, which is shape water. And you know off of your usage of that if it's anything like what you do there, you know that transmutation kind of deals with manipulating things and either like kind of causing them to change in various forms or provide any malice or why am I blanking on the opposite of malice? Good things, bad things. It's the art of change.
Malice or like good shit.
Okay. So, what if they're like growing?
I mean, yeah. It's a pumpkin patch. It's not like some accelerated growth. They just appear to be all connected at the stem still.
Can I try to lift it up?
Yeah. You lift it up. It comes off the stem easy enough, I would say. And it does appear that you are holding a pumpkin.
Well, now I'm just gonna throw it on the ground really hard.
Okay. You throw it on the ground really hard, smashing it open.
Baby.
And the boar to the east of you looks around defensive and kind of lets out a as it looks at you, and it's very unsure of you.
I'm gonna try the Chris Pratt move.
Okay, so we will have you do an animal handling as well.
Yeah, let him do the Chris Pratt.
Oh, I forgot Lausian can talk to these animals.
Kind of.
Oh, shit. Oh yeah, kind of.
All right. I would say that's decent enough. It just kind of looks at you and kind of lets out a snort, and it walks over to you, and it starts eating the smashed pumpkin off the ground.
There you go. Man, there's a bunch of rats in this.
Kind of looking a little annoyed that you just tried to ruin this.
I'm gonna say, don't look that special to me.
And the boar just very enthusiastically eats the insides of the pumpkins out. Just seems like it just feels really good.
Does anyone want to eat a piece?
This is a pretty next level test. Tornik says, I'd be more interesting in eating boar, but these guys seem nice enough, so maybe not them.
You know what? Raz has had a rough time the last few weeks. So he's just gonna say, fuck it, and just eat a piece of the pumpkin.
Nice. And Raz is a vegetarian, right? Or is he not?
No.
Oh, he doesn't drink.
Yeah,
Same thing to me.
So you scoop up a piece of pumpkin, and you go to eat it. You taste it. I mean, it's good. I mean, you've had pumpkin before, and this tastes like any other, but it just feels great. And as you swallow, you just feel good.
You know how I know Michael's never eaten just raw pumpkin? Is he just described it as good?
Yeah, I've never had raw pumpkin. I'm thinking pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael's never just straight up had pumpkin. He just said this is fucking good.
Yeah, it's good. Unlike a normal raw pumpkin that you might eat, this is actually good.
Oh, there's something fucked up about it.
And you feel this feeling of warmth kind of go over you for a moment, and then it passes. You right now, you're in peak form after your sleep that night, but you feel like this would have helped if you were feeling not so great.
I'm gonna say, this is some good fucking pumpkin. I feel great. I don't know, maybe it gives you energy or something. Some weird wizard did to it. I don't know. You want a bite? Offer some to
Yeah,
Tordek.
Tordek will go take a bite because now he's curious, man.
All right, so
Tordek
as
ate the fucking gnome mushrooms. So.
he did.
Oh, dude, yeah, I did. It was great.
As Tordek goes to eat the pumpkin, Lausian, what are you doing over there?
I am just observing the two eating pumpkin.
Okay. And Nyrad, what about you?
You know, maybe throwing up in the wagon here and there.
Oh, the
You know,
wagon
no-
was left behind.
I'm throwing up in the forest then.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nyrad lets out a little vomit as he watches the two of you eat this pumpkin.
He's still
Tordek,
recovering from being dead.
yeah.
The guy just came back to life. This makes sense to me.
You guys need this is good for the story actually, if we really think about it.
Yeah.
But Tordek, as you hear Nyrad vomit behind you, you scoop up some pie. I mean, some pumpkin. Now I really want
Whiff.
that. And
Dude,
have a
what-
bite. And just kind of like Roz was describing, this is just so good. And you feel this warm feeling pass over you for a moment. But after that, it's gone. And yeah, this was a good eat.
I say, that is good. It's still strange.
But yeah, so
And I say, perhaps we should check out inside. There was
Well,
Some
maybe
sort
if
of-
we...
divinator up there.
Well, maybe if we almost die this time, we'll have some nice pumpkin afterwards.
Yeah, so Roz and Tordek, where you guys are at, you do also immediately see like it's kind of hard to see it through all the thorn vine growth, but there are windows. But other than that, it is just the wooden wall.
Ooh. Am I near a window?
Yeah, you're pretty close to one. There's one directly north of you.
Perfect. I'm gonna go up and if I'll go up, why can't I grab my token? There we go. Like to see if I can see anything through the window. And hopefully this time an orc doesn't look right back at me.
So it does, like, the shutters are up, but if you like kind of peek, you can you get pretty close. You're like trying not to touch your face on these thorns. But you do get a somewhat decent look inside. As you look, whoops, that's the wrong button. As you look through this window, you kind of like have that singular eyeball looking around, and you look inside, and there is this large room. It looks to be some sort, might have been a laboratory, perhaps. You just do see that there are a lot of broken furnishings and whatnot heaped against the walls. It looks like they tried to clear out a space in the center, because as you do look in the center, you see that there is a half-orc who is kind of doing an odd dance, like sort of slow, moving his arms about. Well, with one hand, and with the other, he's actually just full on eating a dead raw possum, just tearing at it. And there's just like a slight chant. You can't hear it very well, but just through the walls and everything, but he's definitely like maybe kind of singing something between bites. And also standing around him, you see several of these like strange little twig, like wicker looking things on
That's
the
what
ground.
all these tokens are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just these little like stick slash like, you know, fiber things like kind of tied together. They're all little people. They're not moving, but they're all around him.
I'll turn and, you know, whisper to Raz, because I guess I'm kind of close to this house, and go, you were right. There's a half-orc in there. But he's doing something strange.
Oh, and my apologies. I got distracted by the twigs. In this circle that he's in, kind of doing this dance, you also do notice on the floor, it was kind of a little bit hard to see through the thorns. You got a somewhat decent glimpse of it. It looks like painted in mud. There is kind of like a circle around him, and inside the circle, there are 3 lightning bolts that like go to where he's dancing in the middle.
3 lightning bolts. What was Nyrad's earring? Was it a lightning bolt?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
You play a move for me?
Did I what?
Oh, I thought you played a move for me. I thought you did a turn for me.
No.
I heard Nyrad's lightning. I'm like, what did I do?
No, your earring that feels nice to
I
you.
that as well. I say, does it look similar to his earring, the lightning bolts?
So
They're the same design?
His, from what you remember, was only 1, but I mean the shape seems to match these.
I tell her as I say, he's looks like some sort of ceremony. There's little stick things and painted lightning bolts.
No, lightning bolts again. I cannot escape. That sounds fucked up, though.
I say, what should we do? I'm not sure how many there are. Or if we can even trust this voice.
Well, so far, orcs haven't exactly been friendly to us. So...
But perhaps they also want the voice gone.
Perhaps. I mean, we could just, like, burn the building down. If we really wanted to.
I like this idea. No, you're
I hear them talking.
How?
Lausian, sitting a little bit further back, you hear... Actually, Lausian, give me a Lausian and Nyrad, since you aren't like right in the midst of this, give me a perception check, each of you.
I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Well, I don't hear shit.
Yeah. Nyrad, click that button. Also, try to hit it at the top, because if you hit the plus or the minus, it'll do advantage or disadvantage.
This one, yeah.
There you go. Wow. Nice.
Shit.
Lausian, you don't really see it. The fog is kind of hard. Nyrad, since you've been so laser focused on these boars the past few days, you notice when you hear Raz mention burning down the house that the boars kind of in the distance like kind of peeked their heads up a little bit and like kind of walked a little bit closer. But other than that, yeah, everyone's good to keep doing what they're doing.
I say Lausian has no reason to move, so he's just gonna sit there.
Tordek didn't detect any magic from the boars, right?
So that would be a negative, Commander. Yep. Yeah. You don't get anything off of them.
We go on mute, sorry.
Okey-doke. Oh, he's dying. Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to check something. I don't believe so, but I mean...
Oh. Sorry, being resurrected from the dead has its downsides.
It's got some fluid in the lungs.
I think I'm in the running for the best acting performance of the year for D&D. I have to be. Meyore's not paying attention to my comedy, that little bitch.
Yeah, I'm just trying to double check.
I agree,
something. Man. Yeah. Okay.
I just read the character descriptions.
Nope. Yeah, he didn't get anything off the boars.
Yeah, he didn't tell me anything about the boars. Although, man, once we hit that pumpkin, I was like, we're really running the risk that this is going to turn us into a boar.
I just had to double check my magics and stuff like that. Yeah, so Nyrad saw what he saw. It's up to him to say anything if he wants to or not. And Roz and Tordek, you guys are just having your convo there. So what do y'all want to do?
I mean, I tell Roz, I just say, I am not opposed to that idea. Perhaps we should ask the others.
Although, it is our only chance of finding Kheree. And maybe figuring out what the fuck is going on. So, you know.
This is also true.
It is possible that whatever it is can hear us speaking right now, considering it can be inside my head.
So Tordek boldly will say, voice, can you hear what we're saying?
Okay, so Tordek, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I was like, I'm curious now, man.
Nice. Okay. So not exactly. Yeah, you, Tordek, you don't have a choice. You feel a presence come into your mind. There was no control to stop it or not. You just hear, yes, and if you burn down my home, I will haunt you to the ends of the earth, and I will end you.
Tordek doesn't like voices in his head, so he freaks out a bit, but he goes, who are you?
All you need to know is that I am the owner of this lovely home, and it has been invaded. You are supposedly a hero, even with your dark past. Shouldn't the hero destroy the invaders to an innocent woman's home?
While this
Are
is
you
happening...
innocent?
Oh yeah, go ahead. To say, while this is happening, Roz is just gonna go, shit, because he didn't think it could hear them.
It will just reply, I'm as innocent as anyone else. I just don't like to be disturbed. And here are all these disgusting things disturbing me.
If you can hunt me, why do you not get rid of them?
Well, if I killed them all in my home, I would have a bit of trouble getting their stinking corpses out of my home.
Aren't I killing them in your home?
Yes, but you have something that I no longer have. that would aid you in removing their bodies.
I'll just say, and what is that?
Well, my child, I have not had the fortune to experience the flesh in quite some time. I have, as you say, moved on from such mortal things.
Experience the flesh. Get a room.
I knew it as soon as I said it. I was like, yeah, I probably could have said something else.
Then lastly, Tordek, just because he's worried, goes, is that pumpkin gonna turn me into a boar?
No. That was a bit of an experiment I decided to have a few hundred years ago. They're quite good for you, honestly, but don't have too much.
What happens if I have too much?
Well, it won't be good for you is really all I can say. You won't feel that great for many hours. I had a friend once who ate too much. He could hardly stand until the next day.
Man, I can't. Can I tell anything with this voice? Can I tell if it's like nefarious? Like, what's its deal?
Yeah, you can give me an insight
It's hard to
check.
tell. Like, it doesn't sound necessarily evil, but it's also fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like its experiment was like growing pumpkins.
Oh my
It
god.
could have been like
Woo!
children.
Natural 20. Yeah, with that, you get the feeling that this entity contacting you, realistically, like, they are pissed off right now, but you get the feeling that whatever they are, they just want to be left alone. And there's all these damn people in its house. They're in all, like, these things. They just shouldn't be there. This is its property. Like, why are they here? And you also, I will say with that natural 20, actually, you do get the slightest twinge of longing and loss. But when you feel that, you feel as if that's not something that it actually would have wanted to let off.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem necessarily like nefarious or harmful necessarily.
I mean, from this you get that it's just kind of a pissed off, want to be alone thing. Now, how dangerous it could be, you're not really sure. You just get, at the moment, it does not have an intent in its voice, it seems, to murder you. Anyways, you do get that it does seem to really not like the people in its house, though.
I tell Raz, first I say, don't eat too much of the pumpkin.
Oh, okay. Is that what they told you?
Apparently a little is good. A lot, not so good.
Alright.
And then I say, also it's, we shouldn't burn down the house. It is very angry about that thought. It's very bad.
I'm gonna look up at the sky and say I'm sorry.
And then I'll just be like,
Hello,
it doesn't seem like the voice is wanting to wish us harm, but it is angry about the orcs.
Well, I guess I would be angry if there were a bunch of shitty orcs inside my house, so I guess maybe we help. What do you think?
I suppose. I doubt there's a way to get them to leave peacefully.
Now, do you think that I would be able to set off a fireball inside the house without burning it down?
You get Roz, just from looking at this place, it is covered in vines. There are, like, the wood looks kind of old and dry. This thing is a freaking tinderbox. You
I
can
guess
try,
not.
but you definitely have to try to put it out, like, quick.
Hey, that's no fun for me.
Alright, well then I suppose we either go inside and we talk, or we fight.
I'll talk to one of them if we can avoid killing it, but seems like I can ask, what's her name, what's going on? Voice, what is your name?
You ask out, and you do feel something, but it's just irritation. You don't really get a response.
I mean, you can, like, make one up.
And then you feel the presence leave after that comment.
Alright, I guess not. Well, alright. I guess we kill some orcs then.
Do we want to go in the front door? Or is that too obvious?
What if we climbed onto the roof?
You could try.
There's a lot of vines, right?
There are some thorny vines. You are right.
All right, I'm up for climbing
Sure.
onto the roof.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so
I'm gonna wave Nyrad and Lucian over, and we're gonna fill them in on our plan.
all right, Lousy and Nyrad, do you go over and listen to these shenanigans?
I do, but I look
The
disgusted
boars
still.
respond to Chris Pratt.
I look disgusted still from the them eating raw pumpkin.
Nice.
It's pretty good. So we've ruled out burning the house down. Okay?
Why?
I'm gonna say okay, and I'm gonna look around. We're not doing that because, I don't know, it seems like kind of a nice, weird lady in there that just wants us to get the shit out of our house.
Laucian said, "What are you talking about? I saw no lady. Is she inside?"
No, she's in our brains, you know.
Alright, and
I
then
know about
I
this
also
shit,
say-
you're a wizard.
I also say, oh yeah, she doesn't have any corporeal form.
Do
Yeah,
I
what
have
is it?
any knowledge of such things, Michael? Like, does this ring any bells in Laucian's smart brain?
Don't you read books and shit?
You can give me an Arcana check. After hearing that it doesn't have an incorporeal form and that it is talking to your brains. Yeah, with that, it sounds like there's a damn ghost upstairs. You're not exactly sure what type, but it ain't alive.
Does Laucian know how dangerous ghosts are or anything? Like, is there any threat to us or anything like that?
I mean, I would say with a check like that, it really just kind of depends on the type. some can be incredibly hostile and dangerous, while others are just traveling spirits that don't necessarily mean you any harm. They're just kind of stuck here.
Alright, with it basically giving me a check on my past last week, I'm going to say, are we sure we want to be doing this? I don't know how friendly this ghost is.
And Tordek seemed like he thought it was okay.
I say I'm very good at reading people.
Yes, I would say in general, at least for you, Tordex, since you've done a bit more talking to it, and I think Roz as well, as you've gotten closer and kind of shared this intent, it does seem that it was not as filled with malice towards you as it was when it originally spoke with you.
Lausian just kind of quietly says, okay.
I mean, it seems like we're being manipulated by gods already, so what's the worst that could happen? We die? Oh well.
It seems to know a lot about our past and maybe our future.
This
Maybe.
is true. Although, most of that I would rather not talk about.
Yeah.
Well, Lausian just kind of looks surprised and a little hesitant, but he will carry on.
What about you, Nyrad?
Fill me in what's going on again.
Hey now.
Are you
Yes, they filled you in on the voice upstairs asking you to clear out the house, and now they're talking about potentially climbing on the roof.
We're going on the roof.
All right. Sounds.
Why aren't we going on the roof? That's my
A
question.
man
to
of
you
the
guys.
people.
All right, who's
Dordic says enough talking and starts climbing, but not near the window because that'd be fucking stupid.
all right?
He's
So
climbing over here, not by the window.
let me just double check something. All right, so where are you're climbing up from over there? Okay, so
The vibes there.
yeah, this place is covered in them. So you you give me an athletics check is what I need you to give me.
Okay.
So let me just click that right there.
I'm super athletic.
All right, cool. Okay, so your climbing speed, it's difficult terrain for you. So you have 35 feet of movement now, so we would basically still just round down to 15. So you're able to scale up to the second floor. Like you get about halfway up the second floor. And
Right.
I'm also going to need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Where? Oh, there it is. There we go.
For what, Michael?
We'll see. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I just realized you, as your dwarf, don't you have advantage on Constitution saving throws against poison?
I think I have Constitution saving throws against anything I can see, and certainly, I know I'm resistant to poison.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Ah, yeah, Dwarven Resilience. You have advantage on saves against poison and resistance against poison damage. All right, so I'll have you do one more of those for me just so we can treat it as advantage. So we'll just go with the higher number, which will probably be the 18. Okay.
I'd say the 18's not bad.
Yeah, so all
It's
right.
better than the nat 1. Thanks for getting that out of the way.
So let me just roll this right here. Okay, so rounded down. All right, so after your resistance, you take 1 poison damage. From as you climb up these vines and these little thorns are like poking and prodding you everywhere. It hurts. You're not feeling any consistent thing, but they're definitely, yeah, they're not great. If you want to continue scaling, you can do that with another check. And you'll probably take.
I warn the others. I say, it's a little pokey.
All right. So is everyone basically climbing up on the roof at this point?
Yes.
All right. So let's see.
I'm gonna say, oh, pokey. I can't take a lot of pokes.
I say, perhaps we come down and we just smash through this window.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna climb down as short of a distance as I need before I can jump without taking damage.
All right. Yeah. So you would only need to climb down 6 feet and drop down, and you'd be fine. And I would say that's easy enough to go down a couple feet and pop off. So yeah, you're on the ground again. That's too funny. All right. So where are y'all? Are y'all taking the front door? Are you breaching through this window and trying to climb through a window at a time, or what's happening?
Or should we check out the other windows around the home?
You know,
Or do we simply tell the orcs that they need to leave?
What were you gonna say, Lassian?
I was gonna say, see, because these are all windows, like right here, right? In
Yeah,
here.
it's just they're covered with these vines and stuff, and there's shutters inside, so it's like it's closed off enough that I'm hiding them until you get like right up next to them and can look through them that way.
Mhm.
And I've seen through that window that's right there.
Okay. Would you say you could enter through those windows, or were the vines making it pretty difficult?
The vines. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to turn that off when you walked away from it. The vines. I mean, you'd probably have to cut through them. You're definitely not just like squeezing through there. So you got to cut through vines and cut through break the window, get through all that.
Okay.
Maybe we just go through the front door.
I don't mind a direct approach. And Tordek just starts walking towards the front door with all the confidence of a man who is invincible.
All right, does everyone follow him to the front door?
Yes.
All right, you can go ahead and move your tokens up there then. The boars look wary of you, but at this point you guys have been here long enough and nothing bad has really happened yet. So
Could I leave a mage hand like sitting by the window? Do I have to see the mage hand? Hang on.
So you don't have to see it, because I remember doing this in Curse of Strahd. You just have to see, like, you've had to have seen where you're placing it before, but it also vanishes if you move 30 feet away from it.
Oh, the front doors. Is the front door more than 30
Oh, the
feet
front
away?
door is way more than 30 feet away.
Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind.
Yeah, like way more.
Then I'm just gonna follow behind.
All right, Naira, do you want to move up with them?
Yeah, I ain't no bitch.
All right. Okay, yeah. As you guys all come up to this front door, don't open that just yet. You guys.
No, I'm trust me, I'm not.
You guys.
Now,
Oh, go ahead.
now, can I place the mage hand by? How do I ping?
Oh, just hold left click wherever you want to ping. Yeah, that.
At that window.
Yeah. What do you want to do with it?
I just want to have it sit there And then right before Tordek enters, I want it to knock vigorously on the window.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So let's see. All right. So cuz yeah, I was about to like just end it there. Yeah. I will you place your mage hand there ready to do that when Tordek enters. And you guys you walk up these stone steps up to this little balcony, or up to the entryway with a balcony above it. And the vines wrap around its support pillars and just kind of the crumbled railing. And yeah, you just see a large double door with a giant boar's head kind of crudely carved into it. And you just see that. And you also, and understands. Oh, yeah. You also, as you guys were walking up to it, you did see a nicer double door on the balcony. But yeah. With that, we'll end there and we'll see what happens next time these boys get in here and cause more shenanigans.
And you tell me I climbed all the way up that building just to wait another week?
Oh, well, you watched as Tordek ran up real quick.
You can climb anywhere.
Yeah, so we'll pick up there next week. Thanks for hanging, everybody. We'll see you next time, all right?